All right, here we are on a running and driving video of our just killer, all original 85 Chevy K10 Short Bed. They got the lights going. You can see that they're all nice and bright. We'll go ahead and click on the high beams, and then right now we're on the left tank, just a little bit above E. We're gonna go ahead and go over to the right tank. Let that go ahead and work. You can see it's just idling really nice and smooth. Oh, it looks like we got a top light that's out, so we'll have to slap a new one of those in. And that's gonna pop the hood. You can see how it's just, this thing is just crazy clean, running really nice and smooth, quiet, just really no issues. I love it. Look how nice that oil filler cap is. And then on the underside video, hopefully you guys could check that out. I want to show you on the dipstick. I've had a lot of these trucks and I've never seen an original dipstick that still has that little guy on the end of it. It's actually the little things like this is what truly stands out on a vehicle to me. I've had thousands of trucks, been doing this for a few decades. Well, not that few decades, but probably 25 years. So getting up there. Just had a lot of old trucks, and this one really is special. I mean, they got hood shuts just perfect. Look at those hood gaps. I mean, I just love this truck. I can't say enough good things about it. The more time I spend with it, the more special I realize it is, and how clean and just original it is. You got your wing windows that are just as tight as can be. You know, I'm giving it good pressure to open those. Those are not gonna be flapping around in the wind. Door locks really nice and smooth. You know, you got all your original brochures as I showed you in the other one. But this is just killer. I love this. Only $5,900 gets you a brand new S10. I mean, my gosh, I'd do 10 of them. We got all the original brochures, and there's photos of these. It's just really spectacular to see. For, you know, any of you guys that have this era of K10 or K5 or C10, these things kind of will be loose and flap around because this will get wore out, but it's really nice and tight. That's really nice. Ashtrays really clean. Cigarette lighter works. You know, non-smoker. Gas door opens really nice and smooth. It's just got a nice little rumble to it. Four-way lights are working. Just a beautiful truck. Of course, got the wing windows working good over here. Let me push the button all the way in. Everything's a little bit tight there because this just hasn't been used. Nice and smooth. Of course, your door locks, all that stuff. So I'm gonna hop in here, get my seatbelt. The seatbelt's nice and tight. It wants to retract. It's not really loose. You got 3 seat belts. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the 4-ways. This is the era where you finally get some intermediate wipers. So you got low, and you got some different speeds. And it's a little dry, they're brand new, so it's a little warm out right now, it's about 70, so gonna go ahead and turn those bad boys off. Your tilt steering is really nice and smooth, operates good. E-brake lights working, really clear gauges, temperature's coming up, oil pressure's good. So I usually start off in second, and then you can see it gives good resistance. If you give it some gas, it's gonna want to move, but you pop that e-brake off and it just nice glide. Reverses, the shifter's been replaced. I love these are super comfortable, but reverses all the way over to the right and down. It's got automatic hubs, so it's a shift on the fly. 4-wheel drive system. 4-wheel drive light comes on. And you'll kind of feel the bounciness of it. You know, it's obviously not wet or muddy out or icy, but you will kind of feel the hop. It wants to hop. So it'll go back in there so it's not rough on the U-joints. seatbelt once in a while. If you lean forward, it loosens up a little bit, so you just gotta pull it and let it go. Original AM stereo. It's AM FM with cassette. Actually sounds pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna turn the fan so you can see all these glide really nice and smooth. Any of you who's got an older car truck, you know these things kind of get hung up and get dry, and sometimes you can snap them. But that's gonna be low, hard to hear, medium. I'm gonna see if you can hear the pitch difference on cold. You'll hear it kind of go a little deeper. A little bit of pitch difference with the heater, and then that's off. And then fan down. So hopefully traffic allows us to get some decent speeds. I did a test drive earlier, only got up to 60. It's a little bit of a drag, but look at these potholes. It just soaks them up. I'm in third gear there. This truck drives extremely solid and tight. It's built like a brick, so we're gonna get some air noises, but you know, wind noises, but you got those brand new. So the only way to get around that is redesigning the truck, which they kind of went to in '88. They went with a more rounder body style. All right, we got nobody in front of us. Killer. So I'm in second. Third, that was my bad there, but I'm not broadening on. It's not too forward. It's about a third of the throttle. Get a little tiny bit of wind noise. I love the look of the square body hoods when you drive. The 67 to 72s are fantastic too. But you can see it's got really nice paint reflecting back. Of course, it's been clear coated, as we've talked about. 32-inch BFG all-terrains, rides smooth as can be, straight as can be. See, the steering wheel's nice and straight, the road's nice and straight. It's even got a little crown to it, so it's doing really good. You know, it's pretty much, you know, you got a slight lift, and this truck pretty much be tough to find a nicer driving and running truck. I mean, it runs and drives perfect. Always fires right up. Its carburetor's really well dialed in. Of course, you're in a different humidity or climate or elevation. You'll have to tweak the air and fuel mixtures if you have to, but this, where I am right now, this thing's dialed in and driving really good. You can see the arrows are nice and bright. I love seeing. It's little stuff like that, because those things do go out and you got to go in there and replace them. It's just nice that it all works. It's just, this truck was really well taken care of. I'm gonna take off in first gear. You know, granny low days. And it's funny, they go to a 4-speed with an overdrive instead of calling it a 5-speed. So it's pretty low. Second gear. Gonna give her a little. So they've got some potholes here. They've been patched. 30 miles an hour. You know, it's a leaf spring. Again, that was me there. I keep going up towards the first for some reason. I'll start off here and say, here's a little patch. Just got that nice, deep, solid thonk. About 25, going to third. So you got to push it up and to the right a little bit, where I kind of keep going center, where it wants to chirp into first there. But it's really nice and tight. You're gonna see, you know, fourth gear, third gear, it's tight. You don't want to pull it, you know, it's not a sloppy, you're not, you know, torn up forks or anything like that. It's just perfect. Clutch feels really, really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go tight 90 here. I'm again third gear. And you can see that steering wheel wanting to bounce back. The only thing right now that doesn't work is this horn. So I'll look into that, but I'm not too sure what's going on there. The throttle's really nice and crisp. It doesn't fall on its face or anything. tight. You can see that's giving good resistance by my hand there. And you let go and that thing bounces back. Somebody's gonna get an absolute spectacular original truck. I'm super excited already for the new owner because I've been driving this. And the more time you drive with this, you just fall in love with it. You realize how amazing it is, you know. 40 years old this year. Truck that drives and runs and looks this good is really hard to find, especially the short bed. So good luck everybody, and hopefully you enjoy all the videos and photos.